If you've been waiting for Redhead Shanks all night, if you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black of the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Vista. Smoke me out, fam, with all the dankest of dank shit. On my left, the oldest ninja in the world. Old ninja? Maybe not. Maybe not. Never mind. On my far right, engineering on the ones or twos, choking people out on freeze protos.
Welcome back. I guess.
There we go. And last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
When you smell your own fart, you're just recycling your fart.
I don't think that your lungs and your asshole are connected. So I'm just saying.
But the air is going back into your body. The fart's going back into your body.
Okay.
to be reabsorbed. to come back out again.
I'll allow it.
God damn. Like a snake eating its own tail. Anyway,
you nasty mother.
That's how you get pink eye.
That is how you get pink eye. I mean, just saying, y'all got to watch the latest season of The Boys. It's like that's a good reference.
Yeah, man.
Anyway. Papa Bear is the first in the chat. So
What's
thank
up?
you. And actually, speaking of Papa Bear, we actually recorded another episode of Balance Exchange yesterday. We had a topic in mind, and we're just like, you know what? Let's just catch up. So we just caught up on Balance Exchange. We talked about some cool topics as well, and it was nice to talk to him again as a new civilian. He's calling hats again, and not covers. It's great. Yeah, listener of the week, I guess the past 2 weeks has been Zor once again. I need to message him. I'll do it tomorrow.
Dude, I just had lunch with that dude last week. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We went and got sushi.
He's doing good?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah, he sent me like a long string of texts, and I just...
okay.
Yeah, I wish things were better. Yeah, I need to message him back, though. So.
Right on. Old Ninja, are you able to hear and talk? Old Ninja?
He's still stuck in the upside down.
Apparently he can't hear us. We can see him stuttering and he's just frozen again. All right.
Yeah.
You think out of doing this podcast for almost 10 years, we should be working right?
I think that they degraded his internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his I saw your lips moving, but you ain't saying nothing. It's a good rap lyric. I'm just saying, left, right.
All right. Well, I know that there were some RIPs, but whenever he gets his audio and visual and all that other shit figured out, we'll interject. We missed 2 fucking news-filled weeks. God damn it.
Yeah, and last week, this is actually one of the things like I want to talk about yesterday with Papa Bear. I gotta mute some shit. Was what happened last weekend with the former president.
Well, the biggest thing that happened last week. The biggest thing that happened last week is that we weren't here.
Yeah.
I don't care about your former president.
Yeah, I mean, he sucks anyway. So, but we don't suck. We're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if y'all are unaware, I'll give it this. I guess this could have been an easily possible RIP. So we'll start there. The dude narrowly escaped with his life, probably. So, basically, Donald Trump, somebody shot at him, and a series of how the fuck did this happen? Somebody was able to shoot at a president from an elevated position, from a non-secured top of a building, which is
in America.
In America. This is amazing to me. Like I was just like I just some background context. All right, y'all know I'm a U.S. Marine. I've been out for a long time, but when I was in, President Bush he was elected, and he came to Camp Pendleton in like I want to say 2021, 2022 maybe ish.
2002, you mean?
2002, yeah, 2002, yeah, 2002, 2001 ish. He came to give a speech on base in a in like a field that was like maybe less than half a mile from like my barracks room, because at the time I was living in the barracks. So I was a poor young Marine, a lance corporal, and they had Secret Service fucking everywhere. Like they were on every goddamn building top, every rooftop, everywhere. And they had snipers everywhere, everywhere. It was crazy, and especially crazy knowing that you're on a secure base.
Yep.
Yes, there are many guns on military bases, especially Marine Corps bases, but the vast majority of those weapons stay in an armory. So, like, if you go on a base, the vast majority of the Marines are not armed currently. They can get armed very quickly, but we don't walk around with guns all the time. But seeing that, like remembering that in my mind, and then seeing somebody shoot at somebody from an unsecured fucking rooftop at a former president giving his rally speech, which, don't get me wrong, I'll say two things. First, I got to say this one first. I'm glad he didn't die. Like, I'm glad that his brain matter was not splattered in high definition on live TV. That's just from a basic humanity standpoint, full stop. But I also have to say, the guy's a fucking piece of shit. Like, I don't like him at all. I think he's terrible for America. He's a fucking he's a multiple time felon. He's a sexual offender. He's a racist, which I can back up with like multiple instances of his racism, going back to when he settled for a lawsuit back when he was way younger with his dad, owning a complex of condos for discrimination, and he had to settle for that lawsuit. And the Central Park Five, and we just fucking keep going. So he's not a great guy, but I'm glad he didn't fucking die.
Well, that and plus, like, the repercussions of that shit happening probably would have been... Because, I mean, we saw what happened January 6th when he didn't win the election, the whole insurrection that happened. People would have lost their shit if he would have died. It would have been... I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be like a war is going to bust out, but...
No, it probably would have. I mean, honestly, that is a valid thought. I mean, given the fact that the guy lied to get people to storm the Capitol, it is not outside the realm of possibility that if he would have gotten assassinated on live TV, that there would not have been mass violence from his supporters. Just look at, even though he was minimally injured, look at all the conspiracy theories that came out about the shooter already, trying to rile up the base already. And it's just like, just imagine if that dude would have, he would have been fucking Super Jesus.
Yeah. Dude, what's so crazy is that, like, they dug into the shooter's background looking for any little thing that would tie him to Democrats. And the guy made like a $20 donation to a Democratic party or something like that back in high school. And they're like, oh, that's a smoking gun right there.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
The shooter, again, I just want to be really clear on this, and I know I'm being specific. This was a 20-year-old white male. It's been reported that he was a registered Republican. It is what it is. And it's been reported that he was fairly conservative. I'm going to say this. I don't like him being classified. You know how the fucking media does. We've talked about this for the last fucking 10 years. Oh, lone wolf. He was a good student in school. Oh, but like, I can't fucking stand it because, you start shooting at, regardless of whether I like or dislike a political figure, you start shooting at someone running for fucking president who's also a former president. You're asking to be, taken out. Let's just say that. But you can't like make it sound as if this was some wholesome good guy. And sometimes, and basically far too often, they kind of placate and play these pussyfoot ass games where when it's frankly a white male shooter, you don't want to call out how fucked up he is. And I'm talking about the media specifically sometimes.
And it's and it's both sides of the media. It's not even just like left or right. It's like both CNN and Fox News were like very quick to point out certain aspects of like they're trying. It's like they look for positive aspects of his life.
The LA Times did it. Like LA and New York Times. Like you can talk about whatever liberal media, what mainstream media kind of didn't want to demonize him. Let's just call it what it is. Yeah. Like that. And I was like, the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they like said, oh, he was a loner. They like interview hundreds of people that went to school with him, and like, oh yeah, he just ate by himself. He was bullied. Oh, yeah.
The bully sympathy shit is always hilarious because I'm just like, well, there's plenty of people who are bullied and don't pick up weapons to kill political figures.
And then like there was like literally like an ad that the kid was in with all his other classmates, and like the ad got pulled because it probably made him seem like he wasn't a loner. Like, what loner is going to be in a school video? I'd be if like back in high school, I'd be like, no, you got me out. I don't want to be in that stupid video.
Well, and it's all. I mean, there's like a lot of things that occurred that were weird. One of the things like they were trying to say, like from the right side, they were really trying to. They were thinking that he was like a Democrat for some reason, as if like liberals have like some long string of political violence, like recently. I guess if you want to go back in the day, then I probably. But in recent, memory, if you're a liberal, I would. It'd be fair to say you are probably less prone to violence. That's not to say. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say the other part of it because I don't fucking need to. Apparently, Trump wasn't really necessarily targeted specifically. If they went through like his phone, and it was basically he went through a bunch of people, including Biden. Like he searched Biden, like where's he going to be at? Some other political leaders from other countries, and Trump just happened to have a rally that was nearest to him.
Wow!
So it was in 50 miles. He was just like, all right, fuck it, like that's where I'm going. So, so he was just kind of unlucky, I guess, but also very lucky because his brain didn't get blown up. But who wasn't lucky was the firefighter who got shot and died trying to protect his kids, and the three other people that got shot. Two other people got shot and survived. They were not lucky at all. But what was very odd watching the video was when the shots were fired, and it was very clear that there were shots. I can understand like one sound is like, hey, it could be like a firework, right? Because it's sort of near 4th of July. But then when you see some people in black suits and sunglasses cover up the person that you're watching, and you're still standing around while they're hearing these things that maybe could be fireworks. I found it very odd. I think this was like literally a case study in cult of personality, or just like sheep syndrome, because nobody fucking ran in the crowd. Not a single person that I saw ran. I'm just like, yo, if I think somebody gets shot like literally in front of me, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. I'm not ducking down, because ducking down when there's no cover, that's not useful. Like that's not cover. You ducking down. You don't know who the fucking shooter is. Like, get the fuck out of there.
There's multiple shooters.
But nobody ran. Like, it was like, dude, what is going on here? It was like watching some shit it was like watching a parody. Like, if you'd have put it on Boondocks, I'd have been like, okay, I can understand that. It's ridiculous. It probably wouldn't happen in real life. But no, this is real life.
Well,
go ahead.
I was
gonna say, like, when I was at a Jack in the Box and they got robbed, like the dude walked in with the AK, and like I saw it, he jumped up on the counter, pulled it out, and yelled at the woman behind the counter. And my reaction was to get the fuck out of there. Like the whole time, like the time I was like running away, I was like, oh, please don't get shot at back. Please don't get shot at back. Please don't get shot at back. Like, I was worried about my own goddamn safety. I wasn't worried about like some dude on the stage. Like, I worry about myself.
The wild thing is, you probably wouldn't get much more money than the cost of the AK.
Right?
Yeah.
You probably take the AK down to like one of those police officer gun swap
and
get
$100. And that whole thing, like, if you have to pick up your AK, then you already did not have a good day by definition. I'm just saying. Just put down your AK. You could have a good day per Ice Cube. Just saying. Also, I want
cook breakfast with Hog.
Yeah, exactly. No
Go ahead.
song. Anyway, we can do the whole lyrics if you want throughout the whole fucking podcast. We all know this fucking song.
We should try that.
So me and Papa Bear actually did talk about this topic a little bit yesterday, and because we were talking about like
Like a spoiler alert.
That thing. It's a great. It's gonna be a great episode whenever we drop it. But people think that there's fight or flight, which is totally untrue. Like there's more. It's more than just fight or flight, because it's fight, flight, or basically just like freeze. And I totally don't understand how you could have, like, at least in the background where I could see, there was at least maybe 50 people. The fact that all of them froze was so weird to me. It was like watching fainting fucking goats.
Yeah.
I was just like, all of y'all are just doing the same thing. Nobody wants to like preserve their life, maybe, and get the fuck out of there.
Well, there's like that one woman who like busted out her phone.
God damn.
She busted out her phone and started recording.
Yeah, that's like
what the fuck?
What's wild to me, I'm gonna take it back to the animal fucking kingdom. If you're a bunch of goddamn gazelles and shit, and some lions come out, you know what I mean? You even get a little whiff of a fucking lion. They disperse immediately, like, oh, predator, threat. You know what I mean? It's time to fucking go, you know?
But even sheep do that. Like, sheep sit there in danger.
That's all I'm saying, yeah. The only ones that don't are the fainting fucking goats. The fainting goats. They literally, something scares them. Oh, I'm just going to fucking fall over. That's basically what everybody did. I was just like, what? Are we humans or what is going on here?
Wow. Let me switch it up just a little bit, because obviously this became one of the topics. And I know we're not going in like chronological order per se, but holy shit. Did a fucking hornet's nest get kicked over the subject of the Secret Service and the job that they did?
Yes.
Rightly so. On one hand, I want to say this really clearly.
There are definitely two hands on this.
Yeah. Rightly so, in terms of your number one job is protecting said candidate. You know, again, regardless, I'm not a Trump fan, but regardless of that, that is their, by definition, job to protect his safety. On the other hand, and they did a shitty job on that. On the other hand, too, there was some extreme racist trope that has jumped the shark on over to even white women in terms of the DEI label being used.
Oh, God damn.
Mostly against black folks. Oh, you're a diversity hire. You don't deserve to be here. You're not the real pilot. You're not the real
shady. No.
Engineer. You're not the real doctor. I don't want you DEI XYZ. Well, so there were one or two Secret Service women, white women, right? Was it one or two?
It was two that I saw.
I thought two.
Yeah.
Two that I saw. I don't think they
Hold
did.
On. Two out of like probably like 20 dudes.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but they zeroed in on these women, and were, I mean, just vicious with, back in my day, all the Secret Service, staff was all white male, super commando. And if they had been all white male, this wouldn't have happened. Just complete horseshit bullshit.
Yeah.
There's blame to go around on the Secret Service not doing their job. Don't get me wrong. But to zero in on just those two women was fucking sexist and bullshit all the way around.
Yeah, and it just totally ignores, not even ignores. It is ignores. Like, people don't have rational thought of like, if you think that those two women that were there ran the whole fucking show, like they planned the whole thing, then you have no idea about how planning anything fucking goes, because there's literally zero chance that those two women secured that entire site.
Exactly.
And just ignoring all the other guys that were there that didn't do fucking shit either, they missed all that shit. It ignores the male sniper, the two male snipers that fucking saw the guy and didn't shoot him, and all the white dude police that fucking that flagged that guy and let him go. And, it's just like, and listen, white women are not at a high level for me right now. Like, cause I'm just going through some shit. Like, I'm not trying to simp for white women right now at all.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like you're literally ignoring all these failures of dudes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just so you can single out some women, where it's like the only person that I will not give a pass to, and this is very unfortunately, is the director of Secret Service. She is a woman.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately, actually not unfortunately, this is part of the job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucked up shit happened during your watch.
Mm-hmm.
Part of you getting power is being responsible for your subordinates. So yes, the mountain of shit that fell on that woman, that's the price of power. So you should have ran tighter ship.
Yeah. Buck stops there. That's why I was like, I want to say this carefully because I'm of two minds. I want to like condemn the DEI bullshit against like the two Secret Service women because again, wasn't their issue, but the department as a whole and whoever's over the department, again, that happened to be a woman, director. Of course, the buck should stop with her. This was a absolute failure all the way around. It'll be a fucking case study, a horror story case study for all the future generations of the Secret Service, just like it was when Reagan was almost killed, you know what I mean, when Kennedy or whatever. Like, it's a big fucking deal when a president gets shot at.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting with the whole with Reagan being shot? That guy wasn't out to kill Reagan. It was another one of those opportunities because wasn't he like in love with some star and like that was his way try to
it was really weird
get noticed. Like it wasn't an assassination attempt because he was running for president. It was just he was there,
which is just fucking wild and whatnot.
Well, what else is wild with the whole Secret Service thing is that, and what Kronos was talking about, how the audience in the background didn't move when all this stuff was happening, was the fact that Trump stood back up and like pumped his fists. It's like there's an active shooter around and you're gonna put your head back up for another target. Like you don't know if there was like multiple shooters or what the fuck was going on. I mean, he was going for the political, like fanboy thingy, but like, dude, somebody just shot at you.
There,
you know?
Okay. Yes. There's a couple of things that occurred before that happened that were very of note to me, and unfortunately, it does involve one of the women that were there. So when the Secret Service covered him up, which they should, this is their job. The mic was still on for like when he was giving a speech, and you could hear the woman that was covering him up. Which is, first of all, I want to give props to her for like literally putting her body on the line to protect the president, the former president, not the president, the former president. She's putting her body on the line. All right, so she's already accepting that I could get shot to protect this person.
Yep.
But also, when she was down there, you could hear her say, "What do we do now?"
Jesus.
And I was just like, "Bruh, like, first of all, you should know what to do now. You should know exactly what to do. If the plan, you should know you should know the entire plan. Yes. You shouldn't have to ask somebody. Like, if there's somebody in your command, if literally your job is just cover the fucking president or whoever you're protecting up, you just fucking cover them and then wait. You shouldn't have to ask questions. Believe in your command. Okay? Believe in your command. Obviously, she was not the fucking top person, but believe that whoever is above you is going to shortly give you commands, because not a lot of time passed between, when he got, shot at and when she covered him up and then when she asked, "What do we do now?" And then, go ahead.
I was just going to really quickly say, and again, this is not my world. I'm not military. I'm not police. I'm not Secret Service. But I know for damn sure there's a whole shit ton of fucking training. And you saying, "What do we do now?" does not speak well of your fucking training or you. You know what I mean? In terms of how you paid attention with your training. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just, I don't know if it's her training or maybe she just, I can't say because I'm not that person. But I'm just saying, like, and obviously, like, things happen. Nobody's mic'd up, in like a war zone, which for them, they were in a war zone.
Yeah.
So
they don't have like the cool little white earbuds that go into the ears so they could.
No, like you got you get a radio guy, and which was me, sort of, when I was in the Corps, and like like you weren't all like mic'd up for like most shit that happened when you're in war. But they unfortunately like the microphone from like the stand was there. That's picked it up. It wasn't like the microphone that they have like on their own person.
Like
that wasn't what that's on. But the microphone that everybody heard was from the speaker's mic. So that's why we could hear it. And the fact that like after when they all got up and they said that the shooter was down, so they cleared the area, hopefully, and then they stood him up, and then that's when I was like, it was very odd that he got to like do his whole fist in the air and say fight, fight. I would have just been, if I was a Secret Service, I would have picked that motherfucker up ungracefully while he was being covered and got him in to the car because the car is armored. But the fact that they paused there and they didn't know if there was, they said that like the shooter was down, but you don't know if there's multiple shooters. So they should have got him the fuck out of there as soon as possible. Give him that one weird pause to like do his thing. It was so fucking weird.
Well, not only just from shooter standpoint. Again, you don't know how far down the road of like shitty security this went. There could have been multiple shooters. There could have been an improvised bomb, and like you don't know what's going to happen.
And there was an improvised bomb. That's the crazy part, is that there was, and it was in the shooter's car, and the reason why it didn't go off is because he got fucking shot in the face.
Yeah, so it's not secure, and even I know this just because that one shooter is dead. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what else is going to happen. That is not a secure site. So. I don't know. It was just it was absolutely fucking wild.
And there was like also like, because there was like reports where people were saying that they saw the shooter on the roof, like they saw the guy climbing up with the guns, and they were getting police officers' attention. And there actually was one officer that went up there to confront the guy, but the guy turned the gun on him, and then he like kind of dropped down. It's like don't you have radio? Like
I need people to understand that random white men heavily armed with loaded guns are extremely dangerous too. Like the whole looking the other way shit, obviously hindsight 2020 or whatever, but no, you can't get on a roof, you know what I mean, with your fucking weapon when, a presidential candidate is like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, and I don't. Oh, Ninja, can you hear us? Can you speak?
Nope.
Oh, Ninja? I guess not. All right. The fact that, the one police officer, actually, it wasn't one. He was already, at that point in time, flagged by both the Secret Service and local PD. All right? And I don't want to say it out loud, but there's a reason why you can use your imagination that nobody decided to like follow up.
Yep.
So fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
And that led to all that. But another part of it is like when he was on the roof and the officer saw him, he peeked over, and then the guy pointed the gun at him, and then he just like freaked out. It's like, so this is literally one of the main things of like why liberals keep pushing for gun control, because if an AR-15 is so scary to a cop, then why the fuck are civilians allowed to have them? And I'm more and more convinced of this now, because me personally, as like somebody that's been out of the military for a long time, an AR-15 isn't that scary to me. Like I can deal with it because I'm used to like handling them. But I'm also like, I'm a military guy. So like my version of danger is like way skewed off. You know what I mean? Like I can deal with like dangerous situations on the norm. And I think that a lot of police officers, they're not used to that. And they can get scared just like anybody else. Even people in the military can still get scared. Even me, I can still get fucking scared with shit. You know what I mean? But we're still allowing these people to have these guns that scare even the people that are supposed to protect us from those guns. This is a problem, and we're allowing this problem to continue to exist. And I keep coming up with this again because, like, if you listen to podcasts for long enough, I used to be super pro gun, but I'm seeing now that this is a problem because, like, if it's so scary to to a cop, then that's a problem. Like, they can't deal with that. So, like, what do you do?
Well, you also got really untrained, young-ish, still legal, but young-ish, trigger-happy people. You know what I mean? Like, just drop of a hat. You know, you inconvenienced me. You cut me off. I didn't like your attitude. I'm going to start shooting.
Sorry, that's what I missed. He's a legal gun user.
Yep.
Legal.
Yep.
All right. So that's another thing that, like, eroded my faith in, like, certain kind of gun rights is that I'm seeing more and more of, like, legal gun users commit atrocities upon other Americans, and it just gets swept under the rug by certain kinds of people.
Yeah, like, a lot of times these guns are, like, from, like, criminals they've been stolen and, like, the serial number is scratched off. These are, like, guns that are, like,
it does happen
to them.
Yeah, but I mean
yeah,
that
does
stuff
happen, but,
it
like,
still
a
does
lot
happen.
of times, a lot of times these guns are like this shooter. The gun was his dad's. Like, his dad let him take the gun because he thought it was going to go down to the shooting range,
and that's all legal.
Yeah, it's all legal.
Yep. Fucked up shit.
There's one more thing I wanted to bring up was that because we talked about how his mic, Trump's mic was hot. You could, like, hear the security guard or the
Secret Service.
Is it FBI? Secret Service. But we also got to see Donald Trump, like, worrying about his shoes. He's like, motherfucker, you just got shot. Why are you worrying about your shoes? But then, like,
I think he's got special shoes.
Yeah, well, apparently, like, when there's a video of the Secret Service throwing his shoes, and there's a little something that falls out of his shoe, which everybody is saying is probably, like, something to make him look taller. Like, have, like, some kind of platforms in there or something like that. But I thought that was fun. There's some crazy, like, conspiracy theories that came from this all too, like, you know, it was all staged, and that's the reason why, like, the people in the back didn't react, why the woman busted out her phone, why they, like, got that, like, iconic picture of him with his fist up and the flag flying in the background. That picture is pretty iconic at this moment, but, like, I think this is all what conspiracy theories are popping up.
So
what happened?
Let me debunk some of that for you. Okay.
Sure.
So the whole thing about, like, it's conspiracy theory because everybody in the background didn't run. Okay, so with any large group of people, like, you cannot have a secret like that. There's no fucking way. Those people in the background, they were not people of means. Like, they would easily take the money for a story from, like, any organization. Like, anytime people think about conspiracy theories, like, the bigger it gets, the more bullshit it probably is, because you have to basically get people to, like, buy in, or you have to pay them off basically to buy into whatever thing you're pushing. As far as the photos go, I actually do know about that story because the guy was either from NPR or I think it was NPR because I listened to the podcast on it.
He's he's like a political photographer. Like, he's always shooting things like this.
Yes.
Or shooting these events.
Yes. And so I listened to his story about, like, what happened. So it was not conspiracy. Like, Blue, me and you both know if you put something in rapid mode, like just rapid fire, you catch a bunch of shit. So that's basically what he was doing when the shooting happened, is that he went into, like, he kept his finger on the button and was, like, trying to film or get pictures of the former president during that time. And so that's how he got all those iconic photos, because he knew that something historical was happening, but he was, like, ducking down but still trying to get, like, the shots. So he just got extraordinarily lucky with the shots. It was not planned at all.
All good. I would simply still say your detail or your service, Secret Service squad, not making sure that you recovered is still that is weird ass shit. Like, that should go down in history of, like, what in the entire fuck is going on.
It also, just for context, I am like 90% certain that former president, they get to pick who's on the Secret Service detail.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And he picks all the best people.
Those
are his quotes.
There we go. Then, I mean, if we're done with this one, I mean, there was a whole bunch of news. So Old Ninja's really
trying again. Can we hear you? Can you speak now?
I can hear you guys.
There we go.
Oh,
God
shit.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, this has been freaking out. I got fucking what the fuck? Cloud strike.
How dare you got B-sodded.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
That's a nice segue.
I got some IT shit knowledge on that one. That was good though.
I thought your keys were all stuck together from all the
food busting. Yeah.
Food is.
Food. Oh.
What's his name? Wait, all your web weaver juices on the keyboard.
No, you caught up. That's right. You ended the season.
Yeah, finished the season.
Hey, don't get too nervous, bro. I'm just saying. Don't get too nervous. Also, know your safe words.
You know what's funny is WebWeaver used to be a web search. Yeah, no, it was also a web. It had a web browser, but it also had a web development component. It was like hella expensive, and I got it for free back in the day.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
WebWeaver had a web development component above his asshole, so. Y'all gotta watch the season.
WebWeaver became Dreamweaver.
I remember Dreamweaver. Okay. Yeah. That was like the whole not Adobe.
I was like,
what was that thing that was supposed to take over the? There was a really cool web thing. What was it called back in the day?
There was a few of them.
I'm being very ambiguous.
Adobe made Dreamweaver, Adobe made Dreamweaver.
Yeah, Adobe made Dreamweaver and Illustrator and a host of other ones.
Yeah.
That's still a software? Oh shit! They still use it.
Yeah, but I think it's internal now. I don't know if they sell that anymore. They might, but I remember everyone in their mama used to have that shit.
Yeah, if you got money, they'll take it.
I mean,
who's gonna set up the CrowdStrike one?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, Prodigy. What did you want to go next?
Oh, I thought you were gonna mention the
CloudWeaver.
Oh, I can. No, you said something before that. Sorry.
But
yeah, we could bring up CrowdStrike.
Yeah, we're on the topic. Go ahead.
Yeah. So CrowdStrike happened last Friday, and I was thanking the gods that I wasn't working that day because of my normal day off. But also I still have COVID, so there's that. I would have the day off anyway. Well, actually no, because I work from fucking home, so I probably would have worked anyway. But it was a Friday, and CrowdStrike took down a good part of the fucking internet and actual web services, the most being airlines.
Yep.
And which for me, if you are in the market, if you are a trader of stocks, any company that went down during CrowdStrike, remove your funds from them and put it somewhere else, because what CrowdStrike, what the outage told me. So first of all, let me rewind a little bit. So basically what happened was CrowdStrike, they put out a patch for Windows services, and the patch was a bad patch. And what happened was it made a lot of Windows servers blue screen. BSOD, BSOD, blue screen of death is what it's called. And so that's what happened. But most people that are layman's or not IT people, they probably didn't even question why the fuck did this happen all in one day? It's because these idiots, they put a patch on the production servers the day it came out. This is a fucking huge no-no if you're on development operations or anything like that. You test in your development environment first to make sure that shit fucking works, and then you put it into production. But they didn't do that. They just was like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna raw dog all these fucking servers and just put the fucking patches on there, and there you go. That's
they tech night that shit.
Yeah, it was like fuck it.
Oh, you
like,
should Tech Night.
Yeah,
Tech night that shit.
fuck it. They were like, fuck it, we're doing it live. I was just like, bruh, and the fact that they didn't have like backups or any kind of like replication that was like any kind of time schedule. It's like your whole business model is on like matchsticks. like what are you doing? Like a patch should not bring down your entire business model. Like at all. Like you got to test it. Like this is not new. And yeah, these companies, like I said, like these are bad companies. All the ones that went down, unless they invest substantial amounts of revenue into their infrastructure, they're gonna be fucked for a while.
Yeah, I think United. Is it United? I think United still having issues with their.
I think it was Delta. Pretty sure it was Delta.
Yeah, it was Delta. Yeah, like right now they don't have a way to track their pilots and like their employees.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
They don't know like how they can schedule who's working and who's not.
I'm not surprised.
It's fucking crazy. And like I think in some country, like this was like a global thing because in some country, like it was like they're here in America on Thanksgiving. That's like on the day before Thanksgiving. It's like the biggest traveling day of the year. And I think on that day for like I think what country it was, but that was their biggest traveling day of the year, and just thousands and thousands of people were just stranded with nowhere to go. And like what made it even worse was that all the hotels were booked, so like there was no place these people can go to or anything. Like people were just SOL.
Yeah. And sorry, just to give like a real quick context, like the reason why I have like even like a modicum of insight to these issues is that my normal job is I'm an outage engineer. So the vast, I would say right now, I just do like 90% outages. So what happens is like if somebody's shit goes down for like the company that I work for the specific product that I work for, is my job is to like bring them back up to get to like a normal operation. So that's why I said like on last Friday, I was happy that I wasn't working, because usually when anything goes wrong with like servers and shit, they blame the product that I'm working on, that I worked on for a while. And it's like it's not that. I can say I work for storage. I'm a storage engineer, so they usually blame storage, and I'm just like, I'm glad that I wasn't working, because they would have blamed it. And so I get to see like the worst of the IT industry. I get to see like when plans don't work out because they don't have plans to begin with, and they get angry because their jobs are on the line because they didn't plan well enough
or test well enough. Same thing, same difference. Yeah.
Same thing. It's like. Yeah. I mean, like,
what's the name of this company again?
I cannot say.
Not your company. What the company that had the outage?
CrowdStrike. It wasn't Microsoft. It was CrowdStrike.
But no, just like it. Every time I see it or hear it, I always think of like Counter-Strike. It was like,
well, CrowdStrike was like literally like one of the must-buy stocks of this year. I mean, now they're not.
I know.
If you're a gambling person, buy on the dip. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's dipping out.
Yeah.
That's wild shit. I heard rumors that like the memes that came out, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
It was all bad. Like people like talk about someone was watching porn, or someone uploaded like Tetris or some shit. Someone like uploaded like a post that was supposed to. I mean, even though these two are totally independent, Twitter and whatever CloudStrike was uploading, they were saying that those two were. Someone was trying to post on their status or some shit, like a bunch of stupid shit. Also heard like the file that was uploaded was like less than a megabyte or some shit.
Yeah, it was super small.
Like,
that's what a patch is. Patches aren't big.
Yeah, usually patches aren't big, and unless if it is big, then it's a new product.
I think like some of the workarounds to get like the system back up, I kept hearing was that you have to restart your computer like 15 times for it to work again.
Well, no,
I heard one of them.
Yeah, you have to remove a file, but you have to go into like safe mode or whatever. But what was funny to me is like the amount of like Linux people, all 5 of them, that were coming out of the woodwork.
Hey,
don't get me wrong.
Linux is still a viable OS.
It is a viable OS. And I use Linux for work like all the time. Like that's like actually. I'm not like a Linux guru by any means, but I have to use Linux on a daily basis. That's like the OS, the base OS that I have to work on. But they were just like, oh, look at the Windows all being down and look at Linux all being up. I'm like, okay, like the only reason why Linux, the main reason, I'm not gonna say the only reason why, the main reason why Linux has a kind of like a safety net from like shit like this is because it's not widely used yet. Yes, a lot of people use Linux, but it's not like you're gonna run into the same problem as Apple did when they were talking shit about Windows. Like, oh, look how secure fucking Apple is. Then all of a sudden they got big, and guess what happened? All of a sudden they got fucking hacks and all this kind of shit. So, Linux folks, shut the fuck up. Like, enjoy your low key lifestyles right now. Please don't attract the ire of various hackers. Like, just
for real.
Stop.
Because like just like Linux, you can still. I mean, a lot of people say it's less viruses. It's less viruses because not a whole lot of people fucking use it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you can't write a virus in Linux or to run. It's not like you can't write a virus to run on Linux. You can because I've kind of done it. Anyway,
but it's also like you gotta look at your target audience. That's why I'm saying like the reason why it's so big. Like, what information are you gonna get? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
I get it.
Jesus. All right.
There's a COVID cough.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
My lung is over there. Just my left one. It's all
good. When all this shit was going down, it made me think about like was like the PlayStation when they had an update. I was out there bricking was it PS2 or PS3?
Motherfucker, how dare you?
PS4.
The system in my snow is my PS3. It hit me. My PS3, it bricked my shit. Yeah.
It was out there breaking people's shit, and like ever since then, I'm always been like every time, even on my phone, it'd be like, oh, there's an update coming out. I'd be like, oh, hold up, I'm gonna wait like about a week for an update just because, you ain't breaking my phone, you ain't breaking my computer. Like
that brick hit me so hard because the brick that happened for the PS3 was if you had a non OEM hard drive in your PS3. And that's what I had. I had a bigger hard drive, and it bricked my shit. And then Sony was like, okay, well, just send it to us, and we can fix it. So I sent it to them. I waited for like a month. They sent it back to me, and it was fucking wiped. I was like, bitch, I could have done that.
Yeah, I've had something similar.
Yeah, in the meantime, I had to fucking get a new PS3 on through Craigslist because I wanted to get like the old school like fat fucking PS3, like the good one. And luckily, the person I got it from, she didn't know that it was like the good one, so I got it for like a really good price with games. But still,
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
lost data.
Yeah, I've had that happen on a couple where like they're like, oh yeah, we can fix it, and then I get back a whole new system, and it's like it's completely wiped. I'm like, where's all my shit?
Yeah. Like
I had like hella shit, and it's like literally the saves are gone, and the game data is gone, everything's gone.
It's like I can do that.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I have to literally start by reassigning my name, ID, and putting like everything as if it was fucking new. In some cases, I knew it was a completely new unit because the serial number was different. I was like, what the fuck? Y'all thought you didn't think I would fucking know?
But what's worse though is the amount of time that you cannot get back during this period.
Oh yeah.
Because like if you had just told me your shit's fucked, you got to re-image. Okay, cool. Like I can do that today. But if you tell me that, hey, I need to you got to send it to me and we'll see what we can do. And like a month, 2 later, send it back and then it's wiped. It's like, you have robbed me of joy. Like, what is wrong with you?
I've had that. That's fucking irritating. I've actually had that to a PS3 and my tower. My fucking PC had that shit. Like, I had to pay to get my information back. Damn. They wiped my system. But they kept my information, everything I had on a fucking external drive. I'm like, dude, I paid y'all to fix my shit, not fucking take my shit from me. Like, what the fuck? That's my shit.
Shut up, people. Like, that's my hard drive, punk.
They took all your porn.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah, that's my shit. Y'all tripping. Should we continue on with a little bit more political stuff really quickly? I know y'all talk about the assassination.
Oh, there goes Raji. It's like political shit. All right.
Yeah, he came right back. That was
Is that a Gundam? Is that a Gundam shirt you're wearing right now, Prodigy?
Voltron.
That's
Voltron,
Voltron.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
How
I,
Voltron.
well,
dare
I
you.
couldn't tell. 'Cause it looked like the
Yeah.
helmet or the head
Bruh,
of a Gundam.
Blue, you interviewed the voice cast of fucking Voltron.
Well, no, I can't
You
see
should,
his whole
you
shirt.
should know. You should already know.
I still say Voltron's a girl.
I mean, it has
Okay.
no
There's
main.
no mains. No mains.
No.
Anyway,
Lions, no lions.
so y'all talked about the assassination attempt. Let's talk about another big ass fallout, or I don't know if it's fallout. Another changing of the guard, I guess we would say. So President Biden currently has said he's not going to seek re-election in 2024. Literally in the next 4 or 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
what the fuck? And so now he endorsed Kamala Harris, who is currently our vice president. There's been like utter fallout from this. Like there's been another like explosion of both good and bad, I guess, because of this. Because she has not picked a running mate as of yet. A lot of people are
Yeah,
speculating.
she's had like less than a week, so I mean, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I get it. So I mean, I don't know if she already knew. Probably not. A lot of people speculating she knew like a month ago that he was going to drop. It's whatever. The point is, we're here now. She's now the front runner for the Democratic ticket because apparently she hasn't been officially on the ticket, I guess. So,
Well, no,
but still,
because I mean, she didn't primary, right? So
yeah. So like, I guess she has to do it like very soon. So
I mean, technically, no, because there a bunch of states have already gave their primary votes to her. I still think there should be a primary for that, but you know,
yeah. Hey, if there's a bunch of shit they can fucking finagle. If Trump can fucking appoint a Supreme Court
no,
justice,
well,
and
yeah, that's
I know
he's
it's different.
irrelevant at,
I know it's
during
different.
this part, but yeah,
Yeah, but still, I mean, they're gonna do basically. They're gonna do what they want to do. Let's
Prodigy,
be
what were you
honest.
gonna say?
Yes, I was going to say a couple things, man. Yes, this was big news, but this has been rumored for a while now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't buy that this was all of a sudden. No, this was coming for a minute. And I also think that yes, to what Kronos mentioned, certainly needs to be some primaries. You need to have some veil of legitimacy to what's going on, rather than just okay, I decided that it's going to be this person. Maybe it will be, but you should have the voters deciding one
The
way or another. I
people. Yeah.
mean, yeah, the people deciding, because there was already some shadiness in Florida with primaries, even with Biden earlier this year. But we don't have to necessarily go into that per se. I will also say that a few things. This is partially speculation because I'm sure it'll come out, years from now or months from now or whatever. But look, he's looked like fucking shit. He's looked like a zombie, uh,
Fucking trip,
grandpa.
trip creeper walking around.
Yeah, he's away from grandpa. He's done shit debates. He's done shit tier interviews. He looks lost. There was video of him like kind of embracing this woman that was about the same height and hair color as his wife, possibly even confusing her for his wife. He's just looked absolutely terrible. And then the other thing I'll say is that there's been a whole lot of dissatisfaction, let's just say it, with people who align themselves with the Democratic Party towards him. It hasn't been all,
And it's
hasn't
for
been,
very specific reasons.
yeah, very specific reasons, and a multitude of them. Let's just be clear, but there's some primary ones you can definitely think
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
And again, his popularity with Democrats, I'm not even talking about independents, I'm not talking about Republicans, has been questionable at best, especially in some Midwestern Rust Belt areas. So this was what I expected to have happen. I've had a few friends that that were adamant that this wasn't going to happen, and I was like, yeah, okay. And a lot of people got fucking egg on their face with this shit, but He's someone who essentially saw the writing on the wall, got forced out, and wasn't fit. Well, I think all things can be true at the same fucking time. That's what
I think that's fair. And to be honest with you, my thoughts about him is yes, there is definitely a cognitive. I'm gonna pause real quick because it's funny that I had to pause to say cognitive because I've been drinking. I'm not in my fucking 80s, but cognitive decline, I guess, for me. Anyway, cognitive decline with him is apparent, but also at the same time, it's apparent with the other guy too. It's not as extreme, probably, but it is noticeable. But going back to him specifically, with Biden, his story arc in general has been, to me, kind of incredible, and so I will give him some props because he's a guy who I did not vote for. I still would not vote for because of what he did with the crime bill and his other previous voting record against people of color. And I think that he got a huge pass from people of color during his last election because they didn't know or just ignored the amount of damage that he did on creating or at least extending the prison industrial complex in America. And if you don't believe me, you can look it up. Look up the crime bill, look up his fucking voting record.
Can we go back just a little bit further? And I agree with your point, but prior to that, he was pro-segregationist. If we're just going to call spade ball, right?
Yeah. But I will still now give him props for trying to correct that. And I do have appreciation for the fact that somebody that was so wrong in the past, so racist in the past in his views, could at least try to fix that on whatever level that he could. Because a lot of people of his age and of his demographic, they don't try to fix any of that shit. They're just stuck in that shit. They're just fuck them all. But at least he tried.
Them colored folk are the problem.
Yeah, but again, I'm not voting for Joe Biden, and I never would.
Well, he's out now.
No, he's out now. But I didn't when he was running. I didn't vote for the guy because of what I just said. And also, I am not a huge fan of Kamala Harris. I'm just not. If I was, I am privileged enough to be in a solid blue state to where my vote doesn't matter. So when I write in my vote, hashtag spoiler alert, I'm still gonna write in Andrew Yang. Dude's got a soft spot in my heart. I'm just saying. But I can't vote for her. But if I was in a purple state, I probably would, because I'd have to. Because they're giving me two fucking shitty options. And Kamala Harris is the way less shitty option compared to, Donald
Orange
Trump.
Man?
Yeah, because Donald Trump is just that dude he's so fucking bad. He's like a goddamn comic book character villain in real life. And his supporters just ignore the mountain of bullshit that this guy does. You're going to say that you're pro-life, but you know that this guy fucking raped somebody. You want to say that you're for, law and order, but the motherfucker has 30-something fucking felonies.
Or is convicted. Yeah,
convicted. And I'm just and that all these other things that I mentioned before in the podcast that he's done, convicted of, or settled for, and you just ignore it for what? I don't understand. Well, I know for what, but I'm not going to say it on the podcast because it's going to sound racist because you're fucking racist. So
I ain't racist.
I mean the people that are voting for him are doing it for very racist means. I'm just
oh yeah. I mean, they're usually most of the people that I know that are voting for him are mostly about immigration. And what's funny to me is they talk shit about people that immigrate to this country as if, but it's always people from the southern continents. They never say shit about Canadians because Canadians do immigrate to the fucking United States, but they don't say shit. They always talk about the brown people
I
that
don't
come
think that many
from.
Canadians are. Yeah, I don't think they.
They still, it
If you
doesn't
want
matter.
to, bro,
It could be
you probably should have
20 of
said
them.
maybe Europeans. Okay, I'd say that, but not
Yeah,
Canadians.
no, but I mean, there's at least
I
there's
think
probably
I
at
think
least
Canadians
20
had enough.
Canadians. No, I'm pretty sure that there's at least 20 Canadians. They
20.
fucking
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds
20.
is a fucking Canadian. So
I
there you go.
mean, yeah,
He's a
but
Canadian.
that's a bad
Yeah.
example,
Oh no,
bro.
he's Australian.
He's,
Um,
you're gonna say Hugh Jackman? Yeah, he's Australian.
no, I think that most Americans they get easily riled up about the.
Drake is Canadian.
How dare
Drake
you?
is Canadian.
What the fuck are you even? Anyway, wait. People,
Talk about immigrants.
yeah, people are very easily confused
but-
about the whole immigration problem because they don't understand the actual problem with America. The actual problem with America right now, the reason why they're riling you up about immigration is because the birth rates in America are fucking low.
Hmm.
And-
And people don't believe me when I bring it up, and they're like, "No, we're like this." I'm like, "Do you know how many people are in the U.S.?"
Yeah, but
And they're like, "Oh, there's millions and millions." Like, I'm like, dude, we don't even have as much China.
yeah, but
We have only like 650 million.
okay, but
As
hold on.
Oh, let Prodigy speak.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just get. I completely agree with where you guys are coming from, and you're right. But just we have to talk about it from a historical standpoint. Even when the birth rate was like 4, 5, 6, 7, 50, 11, white
Yeah.
white women giving birth, there was still xenophobia against Italian and Irish and German and Dutch
and Jewish.
and Jewish. And there is always going to be an other that they're taking our jobs, and there's always going to be a riling up. So yes, right now birth rate is behind it right now. I completely agree, but I would also say that even when it wasn't, there were riots, there were a burning of
Still,
people's homes and stores and apartment buildings.
Planet
So
Parenthood.
there's always
yeah. So I want to say,
hold on. I just got to
You're
rewind
right.
a second. Did you say Planet Parenthood?
I said planning parent. Oh,
I like
I
that.
think
better.
what's that called now?
I do like Planned Parenthood better.
Planned.
Planned
I think
Planned
I
Parenthood.
think Planned Parenthood might be a
Please.
sperm bank. So
Blue,
I will
I'm trying to
say,
save your life.
Yeah,
Why had to look it up? It's
I feel like
Planned
hold on.
Parenthood.
I feel like that one woman that
With
almost
chair?
stabbed you in the fucking eye
Oh,
when we were
shit.
doing our panel when you kept saying
Oh, yeah.
what the fuck was it?
All Might.
Almighty.
Almighty.
Yeah. Almighty. Yeah.
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 Oh boy.
To say quickly, yes, Prodigy, you are right. Like racial intelligence and ignorance, and will never seem to go out of style. However, today I think it's different because now we're getting this literally on paper with
Mm.
this proposal 2025 and Trump's Agenda 47. They have language that literally talks about incentives for families to have more kids, and they use without being how should I say it, without drawing color lines. They're basically trying to point out their big demographic on basically Christian states as making the country a Christian state. They want them to these bona fide Christians to have more kids.
Okay, so
And these proposals are happening. Go ahead.
yeah, but nah, because if you want to say on paper, I mean, on paper, it's been like that for a very long time, like way longer than it's been like today. Like America's been super racist and
we're always
sexist
away.
for way longer than it has been anywhere
Established.
anywhere near like equality.
Yeah,
Like
but I'm talking about saying that they need to have or we need to have more kids on
Oh,
the line. They're
I,
trying to give incentives. Like
no,
when
I
are we
mean, like,
getting incentives?
what are you talking about? Like,
The
be,
Agenda 47 and Project 25,
yeah,
2025. Sorry.
people. Hold on, I just want to be clear. People in the past had
Yes.
no rights. We were like the maximum we had at some point in time was 3/5
Yeah.
of a vote for a white dude.
Yeah.
So no, I kind of I'm rejecting like what you're saying because it was on paper in the past of like people having less rights, and they're just trying to get back. This is what conservatism means: is to conserve the past. That's what they want, and they're just getting back to what the way that things were, and it was where women had less or no rights. People of color had less or no rights, and that's what they're trying to get back to. Like the whole Project 2025, it's not some. It's not. It's not a new or refreshing or even like a. It's hard to stay humble, huh?
Yeah, what the hell?
What's going on there?
What was that?
Sorry.
We all heard that. Anyway, you started hearing me, but yeah, this is not.
No,
It's not a new thing. These are all fucking old ideas that they're just reviving. These are basically zombies. These are zombie ideas that they're bringing back from the dead. That's what they're doing.
So what I guess I would slightly reiterate. So what I'm trying to say, that's what I'm trying to do. Yes, these things have been true. I'm aware that in the past, and usually conservatism now means different things to different groups, apparently, depending on who you talk to. So I will say there's a Trump conservative versus a Republican conservative. Nowadays, they're almost different, like in ideology. So
I
when you
mean,
ask them, what a conservative is, some of them might give you a different answer.
yeah, I
Actually,
mean,
I'm
it's
probably
that's
happening with.
that's vaguely true, but I think the Republican Party right now is mostly. When I say mostly, I'm saying like 75% at least MAGA.
Yeah.
And it's
He's
not the Conservative Party has died with Donald Trump,
yeah.
Oh.
and you can see that with like the former like heads of the Republican Party. I mean, look at fucking Mitt Romney, a very rational dude, as far as like being a conservative, very rational. Look at John McCain, very rational. Look at fuck, I forget
Don't
the
say
other.
Candace. Don't you say Candace.
No,
No.
I'm not gonna say Candace Owens because she's fucking crazy, but
She's retired.
there are some of them that had like even though they had like some ideas that were yes regressive, but they still had humanistic ideals. But when it comes to
Yeah.
like the current Republican Party, it's been taken over by Trumpism, and there doesn't really seem to be a want to come back for the vast majority of them. They all want to conserve. They all want to go back in time to when a certain kind of people had all the rights.
What I love.
Okay.
Oh, Prodigy, go
I
ahead.
just.
We both talked long
Oh.
enough. Prodigy, go ahead.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is, I always think of, I don't know where it's from, but there's like this little jingle that goes something like, "I never thought the Jaguar would eat my face. I never thought the Jaguar would eat my face." Well, the Jaguar's eating your motherfucking face. Like this is overtly anti-black women, Mexicans, anybody of color, overtly out in the open, and that's the base. It is what it is. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not saying that Democrats don't have a whole bunch of racist policies as well, and a whole bunch of nasty history. I'm completely aware of that, but it's very direct. And what I mean by direct is, I saw a clip from Fox News, I think it was just today, where they were talking about Kamala and how she spoke or met with some of her sorority sisters after the nomination, historic nomination, blah, blah, blah. That's what she chose to do. And they call it that colored sorority, you know?
Yeah,
Damn.
and and it's already. I'm already
Damn.
seeing this is the whole thing of like, so when Obama got elected, President Obama got elected, during his run up, I was not at the time. I was like a conservative, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna vote for that guy," because he didn't at the time. We didn't. Our beliefs did not align because at the time I was like super capitalistic. I was making a bunch of money. I was like, "Fuck everybody. I want to pay less taxes at the cost of against my fucking soul." But and I remember I was at a fucking rental car company, and I was talking to a black woman, and she was like, I can't vote for Obama because it was like what the fuck was the reason? Because he's not American, and he's Muslim, and I was just like, what? I was like, yo, I'm not like, I disagree with the guy on some of my current principles, not because I don't think the guy is American or because of his like religious beliefs. Because first of all, I didn't believe that he was actually Muslim, and second of all, I knew that he was fucking American.
Yeah.
And at the time, obviously, you have to ignore the fact that me not voting for the guy for my ideological reasons were wrong at the time. But I'm seeing that now, like with Kamala, with a friend of mine from high school. He posted some shit about her, and then like somebody commented that she's not even black. And I was just like, oh, so we're here again. This is what we're doing. It's like they're already like co-opting, and this is from a black woman said this.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, I've seen.
And
I've actually seen that.
And I'm just like, is this what we're doing now? Like, do you really think Kamala's not black? Yes, she is mixed. I understand, but to the rest of America, she's fucking black. Like, and so there's no escaping this. Her dad is black. Yes, her mom is Indian.
Her mom's mixed, isn't she?
No, her mom is Indian, and so yeah, she's
her mom
mixed.
was half and half, but whatever.
Okay, but it doesn't like she's black. Saying that she's half black or whatever black, blah blah blah. Do we need to go back to like the 1% or the one drop rule? Like, is that what we're doing as black people? Is that what we're doing?
So can I just interject one quick thing? The biggest quote unquote test for all of this is, and there's people who are still alive. My mom, grew up in the Alabama during this time. Could you drink out of a white water fountain? If the answer is guess what the fucking
that's the thing about the new generation. They don't understand that fucking reference.
Yeah.
And so that's why they're like these younger folks that don't really understand that she is not saying that she's not black to white America is so irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like that's not what they see. And so historically, if you look through voting records and like who votes for who, white Americans vote for pretty much the same demographic every single fucking time. Right. Who wins elections are the minorities for now, is the minorities. Okay, even when you look at Obama didn't win the white vote.
Nope. Sure did.
He sure didn't.
Who did he run again? Mitt Romney, right? His first time around.
And McCain.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't win the white vote, and so that's like a really weird like misunderstanding that people have is that he won like all of America. It's like, no, the fuck he didn't. Like he won, a lot of white votes, but he won a lot more of the minority vote, and that's the reason why he won. And when you look at like the past, three presidents, they all lost the popular vote.
Yep. I will also add, and I know we've said this a million times on the show, but just to be fucking clear, the entire birther shit was racist fucking shit.
Guess what? It was sponsored by who?
Donald Trump. Yeah. So, but it I mean, whenever someone says, okay, he's racist, and then they want to play these games, well, prove it. How? Birtherism. That's like, we could stop right. There's other things. There's a whole laundry list of receipts, but the birtherism is such a painful, obvious one. And he triple, quadruple, double down long past like the first term. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I got to pause the whole podcast for a second. Warrior fella. Hold on, we gotta look at the. I want to look in the actual fucking camera. Warrior fella.
Oh.
Welcome to 40. Guess what? Now you start falling apart.
Wait, Warrior fella, do you have any gray yet? Just, I mean, if not, it's coming, and it's coming fast.
Wait till you turn 24, because the AARP's messages will start popping up.
Yeah.
Get your colon checked.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Warrior fella's like one of our oldest like continuous listeners. So
yeah. He's probably one of our, between him and
your mama.
No. No, between him
Freak,
and
what's his name? Jesus Christ.
I can't. He's the one who's God dang it. I was gonna say Panthro.
Dirty Stew?
No, Panthro, yeah, Dirty Stew. And then there's like
Dirty Stew. We haven't seen Dirty Stew left us.
Mile High Blurred. Mile High Blurred.
Yes, Mile High Blurred. Those are the two oldest listeners for us.
Dirty Stew must have got some penicillin or something. What's good?
He got them kids to feed, man. He got all kinds of kids. But it's been said on this podcast, actually by one of our listeners. I'm gonna say it again. This is the third time I'm gonna say it. But if y'all don't know, less than blacker than black, it's still black.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It goes both ways.
There you go. God damn, we have gone into some shit. Are we gonna get are we good with this?
Holy fucking shit! Hold on, I just like the people are talking about how old they are. King Arthur will be 52 next month. King Arthur. Hey, bruh, I will be 45 next month. So, cheers to you, King. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You're holding it down. I honestly, I'm very happy that somebody of your age, King Arthur, is listening to our podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I feel anointed.
I'm pretty sure King Arthur is still a gamer too, if I'm not mistaken, because I know he's playing something. We talked about it like a couple days
still
ago.
a gamer.
That's another guy.
He's a gamer.
He has been around for a very long time as well.
Yeah,
I mean, not as long as me, but still.
No, I mean, as far as like listening to the podcast. So, like, if y'all didn't know, if you listen to the podcast, if you're kind of like a newish, listener, viewer, whatever, we've been around for around 9 years.
Oh. Yep, we're coming. 10 years will be next year.
Yeah,
big shit.
And
I mean,
big shit.
If you really think about it, we're older than most gas station dick pills. Like the Rhinos.
That is true.
I don't know. I think we came about right when the Rhino 100 or it was the 50. I think it was the 50 first came out.
Yeah, man.
But it's all good because you know what? I'm still hard. So I'm just saying, ladies, I'm single.
You know what? I'm still hood.
So hard.
But yeah. So are we moving on to happier shit?
Yeah.
I was gonna throw one quick thing, but I already moved.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say about how like with Biden coming out.
What? Holy shit, he's fucking gay. Oh, bro.
No.
Bro.
I knew.
But no, like I love the fact that like because what's it called, like the RNC had their little event where they were just bashing Biden, and like they had all these "Let's Go Brandon" T-shirts and stuff like that, and for him to step down and Kamala to take his place, motherfuckers are mad. They probably spent. I mean, they're so mad that they're suing. Like Donald Trump party is like suing the Democratic Party because of the switch from Biden stepping down. And they're going to Kamala Harris because they spent so much fucking money on like ads talking about how Sleepy Joe this and that, and now like all those ads don't fucking matter.
Could you imagine? This is like, listen,
hilarious.
think about this like rationally. Okay, that you hated on somebody so much that the fact that they are stepping down, that you want to sue them. That you can't hate on them anymore. You can 100% still hate on them.
Yep.
But you don't want to because someone else is going to be more popular. Like, just keep hating on him. Like, you can still keep spending all your money. Just hate on him. This is I'm going to call it the hate fallacy. All right? You can, hating is like non-productive.
Except for Kendrick. He seems to be all
Yeah, if you hate Drake, I'm with you. Just saying, this is why me and my therapist gel so well, because we both don't like Drake.
There you go.
So yeah, if you
Yeah.
hate Drake, invest in that. But if you're a rational person, and you're hating somebody, and somebody else happens to take over like their mantle, like you can still hate that person, but if you get so mad that you want to sue, that doesn't make any fucking sense on any measure at all, at all. The reason why they're actually mad is because it puts you, or at least Trump, in the situation that Biden was in. Because now, guess what? Trump is now the oldest candidate ever. Because people seem to forget or just like imagine or whatever. The guy, he's fucking old as shit. He wears makeup every day. He dyes he spray paints his fucking hair. He has ridiculous verbal missteps on a daily basis. His cognitive decline is also there, but it's easy to cover up when the guy next to you also has more missteps cognitively than you do. But when you bring in somebody that's 18 years younger, that all gets highlighted. So good luck. And again, I'll say it, like, I'm not a huge Kamala fan, but if that's what it takes to like make this guy not president again, I'm all in.
Let me just add one other quick thing to that, because some people are going to hear the aspect, and I get it. We're American. It feels like Coke versus Pepsi, because that's
it is,
dude.
Yeah.
It's
what fucking is. I will say, it's never going to not be Coke versus Pepsi, unless you're willing to, perhaps, help build up something else.
Yeah, hold on. Just to be clear, because I understand what you're saying. There's context that you're subtext anyway that you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's not just Coke versus Pepsi. Even though I agree with that, it kind of is, but it is not.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to Kamala, even with Joe Biden, like I feel safer with both of my daughters, with either one of them being president. I feel less safe with my daughters with Donald Trump as president again. Way less safe.
And I'll be overt. The person who's I'm 98% is going is going to get my vote is Dr. Jill Stein.
Yeah, okay. That's if you can vote, this is the problem. Honestly, I'm glad you said that, because the third party thing is a problem in America, and this is why. So I have like a bunch of like things, like checklists that I would do to like change America, and one of them would be to have open primaries, and to have ranked choice votings, and there's a bunch of other things. But if you can vote for Jill Stein, who's running again, her party platform is probably way better than both the candidates.
Correct.
To be honest, but you won't hear about her because she won't be in any of the debates.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have enough money to have national advertisement.
Correct.
And that's why I said I already told you, like, I'm going to write in some guy who's not even fucking running. So, but I have but let me ask you this, Prodigy. If we were not in like, say if you lived in Michigan or Florida or Wisconsin or whatever, would you still vote for Jill Stein?
I'm going to say a slow yes.
Okay.
And that's
you're fucking based.
That's just how frustrated I personally am with where things fucking are. And I will also say this just really quickly. I know we want to switch to something way more happy. Unless you're willing to stand by some principles and help garner some support, even if it's 3%, 2%, 5%, or whatever, for someone who's not Coke or Pepsi, then you're never going to see, other political parties gain some traction in this machine.
Yeah, honestly, I want to invite you cordially
to
come on Balance Exchange for like one of the ones where we talk about like really changing our political system.
Yeah.
Because very few people will like, because I hate it when like when I tell somebody that is like politically aligned with either party, and I'm like, I'm not going to vote for either candidate. They're just like, oh, you got to because blah 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 blah
Yo,
blah.
wait
I'm
your
just
vote.
like, bro, but I really don't,
You really don't.
because they're
Oh,
fucking.
you know what?
They're,
I got one for you.
go ahead.
Tell them you're not going to vote at all. See what happens.
Mm.
Yeah,
Because you have that right. You have that right not to vote.
yeah.
See how mad they get. Don't even tell them who you're going to vote. Just say I'm not going to vote, and watch them. Their head explode.
Well,
Great.
I agree with where you're coming from, old ninja. But I'll even say this too. I'm not so naive, and I know you guys aren't either, that you believe that the popular vote is actually me. Even if nobody voted in this
Yep.
country, guess what?
Yep.
A fucking president would be selected.
And that's a problem.
Mhm.
That's why I wanted to start with like certain things to like fix this, and I'll down the road, yes, getting rid of the electoral college, or at least like fixing it,
Fixing it.
like would make more sense to me, because like honestly, like you can't tell me that some voter in Ohio's vote is worth more than mine in California by like a magnitude of like fucking 10 or more. Like that's ridiculous. That's
Yep.
fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
Because most people live not in Iowa. All right. So
So by the way, California is the country's most populous state.
Yep.
We have the most people in the nation.
We got more
However,
people than
the
Canada.
However, yeah, we do. And however, the largest city in the U.S. is New York City.
yeah, but
High population.
it is, and I understand like every state and city, metropolitan area is different, but you can't like this weighted system of electoral votes it's weighted too much, and it needs to change because the fact that, like I said, like before, like the last 3 Republican presidents have not won the popular vote. That should be terrifying to all of us. Like, how is that even possible? Like that
Yeah, it
shows
doesn't make
this is a
sense.
broken system.
Yep.
It's like they're popular, but they lost. What the fuck? How does that happen?
Yeah. All right. We need to move on, but I'm gonna shout out Stitch.
Still
Stitch
getting
is in here.
it's Fuda. Sorry.
Yeah. So Stitch is in here. I wish he was here because I wanted to ask him, does this feel like House of Cards? If you haven't seen House of Cards,
Yeah.
even though Kevin Spacey is ostracized in Europe somewhere, the show's literally
Oh yeah, don't say
season-
ostracized,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, he raped a dude, so there's
Yeah, but he wasn't convicted.
I'm sorry,
he,
what?
He wasn't convicted. So
Do you think he did it?
yeah. Oh yeah, I do think he did it.
Okay, so don't say ostracized, please.
But I mean, he's not in the country. He ran. So, but
I think
still,
he means isolated. Maybe that's what he means. Anyway, keep going.
Maybe
anyway, House of
fled.
Cards.
I mean,
Okay, yeah, I'll go with fled. He fled the country, even though he's not a fugitive. Anyway, I wish Stitch was here so we could have talked about. Actually, we could have talked about a lot of shit. It would have been nice to have his input this evening. But moving on, the first Fuda, a lot of us in our private little gaming community, we managed to get Prodigy to get on the game. I want to hear your thoughts because you fucked up in the beginning. I need to know how the fuck this shit happened. Explain.
Wait, one quick question. Why do you keep saying that they're Fudas?
Because they're Fudas.
Aren't they just regular females?
No, they're Fudas, bro.
No, they're Fudas. They're
Fudas.
wait, hold on. I was reading something. What is the confusion here?
What we only to keep
Are-
referring
are-
to the
hold on,
characters.
Are we
at the
talking
end.
about chicks with dicks or no?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't played the game to we get to that point where you figure that they are, but
First Descendants, right? That's the fucking name.
That's the actual name.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the given name.
The
Yeah.
first food is. All right, here we go.
First Fudas. Free game. It's fun. It's fun, especially with people. I've never played it fucking solo at all. It's easy in terms of leveling up and getting points and whatnot. I don't give a single solitary ever loving fuck about any characters, any dialogue, any story. I don't know any of the planets, any of the bases. I don't care about nothing happening in this game whatsoever. And
Okay, wait, stop. I'm gonna help you out. Nobody else does.
And that's fine.
Nobody else does either.
I'm going back to your question, old ninja. That's how I fucked up and chose this twink as my fucking base character.
You chose the white dude.
Fuck that.
You like
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh my god!
I chose the what's name girl.
What the fuck? Her titties should have been calling to you. What
That's what I'm saying.
What is happening
That's
here?
what I'm saying. How?
What I'm explaining. Literally, I didn't know there was a choice with anything. I wasn't paying attention for shit because I was like, this
my god.
whack ass fucking story. I don't give a shit. Skip, delete.
This is typical of Prodigy. He doesn't like read shit.
I don't read shit for shit. I hit.
Hold on. Can I just pause real quick? This motherfucker has a college degree. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a college degree.
Ain't nobody
do.
I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody.
It's true.
Context.
I not give a shit about. And then
I have to kind of agree when it came down to selecting your character, that part was kind of confusing because I'm so used to like moving the arrow to the person you want to see, but like you have to move like the pointer to the character.
Move the cursor.
To select them.
Yeah.
The arrow or the pointer or the cursor, those are all the same fucking thing. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I'm talking about like in
know.
most games you hit like the arrow button to the left or right and it will select one of the characters. In this game you have to like use the cursor or the thumb pad to like move the cursor to your character to select them.
I don't even.
And like you came and the bunny rabbit chicks in the background, you can't even select her.
I didn't even. I want you to know, Blue. I don't even have that excuse. I literally didn't know I was selecting a character. That's how little I was playing.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Holy shit.
He told you.
I was able to choose the character, so yeah, you are on your own.
The whole reason I read and I'm like, oh, I thought I was in like gonna hit a cutscene, but it's all like it literally tells you in fucking white fucking text to in like the middle of the screen to choose your fucking, and it tells you you're gonna be with this person for like a little bit. I'm like, okay, so let me see what their powers are, and it shows you a fucking Venn diagram pretty much of what their power, like how much power to health to fucking
oh,
to
Ninja, fuck that.
there
You
is.
know, Prodigy, he don't read white text because he's fucking woke. I'm just saying.
Damn. Okay, that's still not an excuse. The
White text and
titties
brown.
are in your face. You should have picked the titties. Always pick the titties, and you didn't do that at all.
I
There's
didn't even.
titties in your face.
I didn't even see him.
How could you not see them? They're on display, bro. They're practically in your mouth.
Dude, all I know is I fucked up. I hate my character, but at the same time, I'm still having a good time playing this fucking game.
Okay. I mean, so
yeah.
go ahead.
No, I mean, I gotta play it. I want to play it more. Honestly, this past week I've had a lot of time to myself because I have COVID, and I played a little bit of that in the beginning, but then I started playing the beta of
Concord.
Yes, of Concord, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But I still had a lot of fun with the first Ascendant. It reminded me a lot of Destiny, the first one in Alpha.
Yeah.
Because I played it Alpha, then Beta, then tell a friend. Sorry, nobody gets that joke. But I played Alpha, then Beta, and then I played the full game. But it definitely reminded me of like the Alpha version of Destiny, which means that they can improve upon the game and like fix it. Because it was like a lot of shit was broken in the game when I first started playing it. Like I didn't know where the fuck to go after a while, and it was like really weird. But and I played as like the Ice Queen because I mean she seemed the coolest.
Yeah, that's what I chose.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Get that joke? Anyway,
that's funny.
I still had fun playing the game. I need to put more time in, but I had a lot. I think honestly I had more fun playing Concord, even though I got murdered a lot. Then I got used to it. So
Concord's a mech game, right? Or is it a different game?
Concord is not a mech game. It's basically like it's a hero shooter game that was in beta for 2 weeks, for 2 weekends anyway. And it's it's like not what's the fucking name of that game? The Blizzard game. The Blizzard game.
Oh, Overwatch.
It's like Overwatch. Yeah. But they have like a very large roster of characters, and like one like really clicked with me like right away. So yeah.
Yeah, right on. Is the beta closed now, or because this is getting close to launch, is it not?
Yeah, well, it's closed now. They had it last weekend, the weekend before that, which I played last weekend, and obviously they had very limited gameplay options. Like it was like basically like team deathmatch, and then like a team objective style gameplay, and the heroes are like very diverse, which I know some people don't like to hear, but yeah, like the person I like to play, the person I like to play like
I'm
with the
sorry.
most
That's funny too.
was Jabali. He's like a black dude.
Nope.
Did you say DEI?
Yeah.
Yes, DEI. There's an initiative.
DI.
They had people that
Yeah.
weren't all ripped, and they were
man.
colored. But yeah, like when I
Oh,
first started
man.
playing it, I got stuck because I didn't know like how the game worked, and so I got stuck with like this person that had like this weird fucking like crossbow thing that shot like balls. It was almost like playing like a, how do I put it? I don't know how to fucking put it, but it's basically like shot these balls out of like a slingshot sort of like thing, crossbow thing that exploded, but they didn't do like a lot of damage. And then I didn't understand like there was like she had different powers, and so I killed some people with her, but like I wasn't like vibing with her. Then I found Jabali where he could like heal people by like shooting like this healing thing, but then he had like a semi. He had like a semi machine gun. Like it was like super cool. So like you do like a lot of damage, like seeked the all the enemies. And so like when I first started playing as him, I didn't know that you could play like super far away, and like all this fucking shit that I shot out of like my gun would like follow people to like kill them. I was like, oh, like I get it now. So honestly, Concord was fun to play, but they need to put in a whole lot more modes and put in like a whole lot more like cohesive like story into it before the vast majority of people will probably want to play it. I had fun, but it's only because like I like this one character.
You said it's going to be free, or it is free.
I don't know if it's gonna be free or not. It's probably gonna be paid for. If it's gonna be paid for, they have like a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. So, as far as like, because there was only like basically like maybe 3 maps in the open beta, which is fine. You know, it's beta. But it was still fun. Like I had a lot of fun playing this fucking game.
Nice.
Right on. Going back to the first Fuda. So since you've been playing for 2 weeks, Cronus, you've missed out. There's been some, especially on the PS5, because apparently there were some performance issues, and the game was crashing for people. There's been some updates, like a few of them. There was an update today, or last night, or today, and they're continually updating the game because people are giving the team, I believe it's Neo, I can't remember the name right now, but anyway, there is a community about what's wrong and what they like, and they're making like very quick adjustments. So there was an adjustment today to reduce fucking some of the fucking grind, because the grind was kind of brutal.
It was brutal.
So they reduced times for some of the shit. Like literally, there's a part where you have to wait for an area to reset. It was a 5-minute cooldown. They changed it today to 45 seconds. So it's a 45-second fucking cooldown. They fixed some of the frame rate issues for the PS5. They're releasing new content on the 1st, including a new Fuda, new Ultimate. Instead of in Destiny terms, it's an exotic. They call them Ultimates. So there's going to be a shit ton of new Ultimates, a new fucking big ass boss, new modes, like and this is free, all free.
So yeah, I mean, it is free, and I love the fact that they're like they seem to be very on the ball with like fixing issues, but also like I feel like we're in a really weird time with gaming where like you can release a game that is obviously not finished.
Yep.
And then get a following, and then you're still getting revenue from the following, and then you get revenue to fix your game. It happened with Fortnite happened with No Man's Sky. It happened with a whole bunch of games. It would have happened with Anthem had they have like actually worked the game.
That one still hurts.
Yeah.
So they were amped up to do it, and EA said no because they had a plan. They literally went to a fucking stockholders meeting and said, "This is how we can fix the game." And like, nah. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
I was looking for it because they showed the changes.
yeah, but
Straight.
I mean, yeah, they just fucked up. But
Mm.
I'm glad that it's occurring with the first Descendant, that they're actually putting in the time for now to like fix it on a timely schedule. So that's good. But also, this should not be the norm. You should
No.
not release a game that is this patently fucked up from the jump, and then be able to fix it as you go on, even if it's fucking free. Like,
Well,
this should not be the norm.
I was gonna say, at least with Concord, you were just playing the beta, so they still got time to fix shit.
Yes.
real quick. So help me out, y'all. I know I fucked up. I picked the goddamn twink. It's the wrong character. It doesn't suit me.
Not for you. He suits you.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
How do I fix my mistake?
So first of all, you fuck the twink.
Oh,
You go from there.
Yeah, no,
That's
what you?
terrible.
I'll tell you what you do. You send your PlayStation 5 to Sony. They're gonna erase your entire whole fucking hard drive.
Yeah.
You
That's
can
rude.
download the game again.
So I will tell
Oh,
you this:
boy.
if you play through the first couple missions of the story, you will get another character. You'll get Bunny basically for free,
oh,
and her they call it, like, you have to craft her, but her crafting is literally 2 minutes versus everyone else is 16 fucking hours. But if you get Bunny, you get her in 2 minutes.
Here, why are you like? You have to like unlock Bunny, okay? And it takes like time. Like, it's not just like 60 whatever seconds. Like, you have to like do a bunch of missions to get
No,
Yeah,
it's about
the
customizing
crafting
her.
crafting components to get Bunny. So don't downplay this.
it's
I'm gonna downplay it because the grind is nowhere near as bad as the other characters because she's linked to the main story.
Yeah,
So-
but I've been playing the game for at least 20, 30 hours. No, maybe not that long. But I still don't actually have her because I'm at a point to where like I'm missing the marker on where the fuck I have to go.
Yeah, see, I think you're so
finish the
because-
mission.
When's the last time you played?
I mean, like a week maybe because I've been playing
Yeah,
other shit, you know.
Because there's been updates. So
Yeah,
if
but
you
that's
try,
you're giving excuses, bro. Like this.
no,
Is,
I'm just saying, like it's been there.
I'm just saying. I just said it. Like, these should not be. If it was a finished game, this would not be a problem for anybody.
I will say one thing, because our friend Domino does have Bunny, so I've seen Bunny. I'm gonna rewind the tape a little bit. I do see the diva-ish like energy.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong.
Yeah, I see it with the whole Bunny aspect, aesthetic, and she's not a carbon copy. You know what I mean? Like, she's just different enough to where it's like, oh, this one has Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, we have Crash Bandicoot. They're both.
You got-
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
Batman and Moon Knight.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, that's what's funny.
Well, one problem I have with Bunny is, I mean, I'm not sure what she sees in her helmet, but like her eyes to mass race viewpoint doesn't match up. Like the eyes on her helmet are like too low to where her eyes are, unless she's like constantly just looking down, which is I don't think that's how
that's a nice view though. I mean,
yeah.
just saying.
I mean, you
Gotta
could
keep
also
this-
if I had titties though, I'd be looking down a
man.
lot.
yeah. So there are some free aesthetics where you change the helmet for like goggles and like Princess Leia buns. That's the one I have. Yeah. So there's a lot of that out there. There's also a lot of half naked, camel toe showing bunnies out there. So yeah, there's all kinds of shit out there, and a lot of people, you can grind very, very hard for the ultimate versions of characters. I mean, if you can do it if you want. That's kind of what I spent most of my time doing. I was basically grinding different fooders. So now I have 5 fooders.
Grinding on
Do you need
food.
to-
You need to change your verbiage, bro.
Do you need to play
I'll share what I
uh,
said.
Okay.
single player mode before you can play like multiplayer? Or can you
No,
just jump into
it's-
multiplayer and
it's
just level up your character?
It's like fucking Destiny. It's like an open world public event kind of thing. Like anyone can jump in your missions. It's better to jump in with friends because you guaranteed have people to back you. You can always wait for other people to join you, but for the most part, if you start a mission, anyone can jump in and help you out.
It's
Yeah.
actually pretty intuitive. The only thing that took me a little bit was the whole aspect of, okay, so where do I go on this hub world to like,
How do I choose a character?
well, yeah, but like to level up and then do, things with my guns and swap stuff out and, in the menus. And
Double jumping, you know.
Yeah, double jumping.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
What's
can't
up
double
with
jump.
Fuda?
When them giving me that fucking grappling hook fucking helps. That shit
Oh,
comes.
yeah.
Oh shit, this is like your okay. I didn't think about that, but yeah, that would help somebody that is basically double jump deficient, like
Yep.
as
I didn't-
yourself.
Because
I wasn't sure which way you were going to say, but okay.
I know I fuck up, and then I'm like, oop, time for that grappling hook. You know what I mean? That's just has more than one.
It's like, oh look, I'm normal. Nobody noticed that I can't fucking double jump. Jesus Christ.
There's a couple missions where they are dependent on the fucking grappling hook, so get used to that shit.
I am glad that this game is Prodigy accessible. I'll put it that way.
God.
This is the name of the podcast, by the way. Prodigy accessible.
Yeah. I mean, but still, you should.
I gotta jump on with you guys because I started playing. I played for
When
like
did you
maybe a
start
good
playing?
hour or so, but I didn't. I mainly played the single player mode. I didn't jump into.
There's no single player mode.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, nobody
you
jumped
can
in my
do-
game then.
You can do
Ah.
private. So certain activities you can do privately.
Well,
And then
I
you
got
can
up to the
choose
part
to do
where
public.
Homegirl like blacked out, where Ice Queen blacked out. And
That's
she's
the
like,
beginning.
It was very early.
Yeah.
yeah,
that's
I
intro,
only
bro.
played for a couple of minutes or like
Yeah.
almost an hour.
Okay, yeah.
That's the intro.
And the wild thing is, I'm like level 22, 25, something like that. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, Blue. I have not watched the cutscene yet.
Yeah.
That's typical. That's typical of you. I think like the only
Yeah.
there's very few games where you like actually pay attention to the story, and I think that like Saints Row or maybe one of them.
I
where you
love
pay
that.
attention. It's like Gat's cool,
Yeah. It was
But then
very-
also like his character. This is okay. I just gotta rewind the tape. This is like fucking maybe 15 years ago.
Mm.
Maybe 15 years. It might have been by now, right? No, 2010. Maybe 2011, 2012, probably 2011.
Yeah.
Me and Prodigy, we both get Saints Row the Third at the time, and he's like, this is when like they had co-op, and this is the
Mhm.
first time me and him ever co-oped on anything fucking ever. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And so we hopped in co-op on Saints Row the Third because this is one of the ones you can just like drop in, drop out co-op. You can play like any mission with your other person, do whatever.
Yep.
So I'm playing. Prodigy jumps in, and he's literally fucking She-Hulk with pasties on her titties. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is happening right now? And then we continue to just like cause mass mayhem on like a planetary threat level on this city. Like it was insane. Like we were just like, purple dildo fucking bat launching fucking tanks and just fucking shit. It was so much. Oh, this is back when I live in Union City. This is like my heyday. Like when I used to throw like crazy parties, like the Union City House. We had so much fucking fun, man. I miss those days.
Yeah, you see how the spot.
Yeah.
Well, the hero spot was cool too.
It was, yeah.
Where spot was it? That was good too.
Not the house you guys like bought, but the
'Cause
one
nobody went
before
there.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Dro,
The
one in
two-story
Dro?
one. Yeah.
Yeah. No. There was a place way out in Hayward that was on Sinclair Street.
Mhm.
That was a good spot too. 'Cause it was like
Oh,
That's when you guys first got Riley too. Like, because you guys had a
no. So
birthday
we got Riley when we were in San Leandro.
Oh yeah.
yeah, the Stanley Henry house as well.
San Leandro house. Yeah, that was a
yeah, the Dro.
fucking big
That was
house.
a fun one.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
a fun
That was a
one.
big house. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That was a fun spot, and it was easily accessible.
It
Very much.
was, and it was weird because we had like a family of possums that lived under the house
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
that made very strange noises
Oh,
in the
shit.
middle of the night. Like I don't know if they're getting murdered or fucking, but
Both.
yeah. Then I
So,
was like, you know what?
is it-
I'm just gonna fucking move. So
Is it possum or opossum?
So I will say that I am not from the South, so I'm just gonna say possum.
If they're your
There's a Stuff You Should Know podcast that they do on possums, and I was like, this shit is fascinating.
Well, it is fascinating, but they're trying to. This is anything you hear about possums on like any like news media, fucking podcasts, whatever. They're trying to make it seem like these things are like the greatest thing on fucking earth.
Yep.
But totally ignoring these things look like demon fucking rats at all time. And when you see them in the middle of the goddamn night and they fucking hiss at you, I don't give a shit they're trying to say hi or not. I don't give a shit they have fucking nose fucking ticks. I don't give a shit if they're fucking trying to like eat all my spiders. They fucking look like they busted out of Satan's fucking penis. They're scary as fuck looking.
Yeah.
The raccoons got that cute little mask on that they wear, and they like
fuck that.
By your house.
No, they're like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You know, they step in the life of fuck.
All the music references.
Once or twice in my fucking life, every single time I almost fucking shit my pants. Like, holy shit, big ass rat. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Dude, my dogs killed 3 of those fucking 3 possums around here. She brought the possum into the house. It's like, this is a gift for you.
Yeah, they're probably misunderstood, but you know what? I don't care because you know, if they're misunderstood, I mean, choose a more pleasant physical form to humans.
Well, but also,
start mating with cats.
I'm not a fucking biologist and shit, but god damn it, there's some things in nature that shouldn't fucking exist. Wasps and hornets, fuck them on general purpose. Like,
oh, you should. Oh, I saw this bug yesterday. It looked like it would be a cool fucking transformer. It was called a mud wasp or something like that. And it's like this blue. It's a wasp basically, but it's like a shiny blue, like almost like Blue Beetle. Like Blue Beetle probably was designed off of this fucking bug. It looked really cool, but it looked like a fucking hornet.
Hold on. So down here in San Diego County, we get these things called what the fuck are they called? Prodigy. You know what I'm talking about? The fucking crazy flying fucking things.
Oh, the blind beetles.
The blind beetles. Oh my fucking god, bro!
Oh,
that shit will fuck every day so goddamn fast. Like you think everything's normal, and all of a sudden this fucking monster will like interrogate you facially, like, and it's just like, what is happening? And
it's a beetle.
Yep.
What is it called?
Okay.
It's like a blind Japanese beetle. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese beetle because like I looked it up and like
they're huge.
Yeah, Riley actually said the right word. I'm pretty sure it's Japanese beetle.
Oh yeah, they're green, right?
Or they're like iridescent, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're fucking big, and they always want to like get all up in your fucking everything. And what's weird is that I haven't seen. Well, actually, I haven't been outside, so I mean, there you go. Maybe that's why. Have you seen them lately, Prodigy? My outside friend.
Yeah. And then these motherfuckers, even when I'm indoors, they fly into the window of my fucking work office.
Oh no! Yeah, no.
Hey, I just want to say hi. You know.
So
look up blue mud hornet or wasp. Blue mud wasp. It's a cool looking bug, but it's a fucking blue wasp. It's I have never seen one of these before. I had to like look up like blue wasp looking thing, and it actually was called a blue wasp. Blue mud wasp.
Mud wasp.
You want to know something? I have not seen this in person.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not fucking with that.
But I have not seen this in person, but I've seen someone's like Ring camera show this thing, and it burrowed itself out of a fucking hole in the ground. It is called a blind mole rat. These things,
I've seen
you
those.
want to talk about terrifying, because they're born no eyes, but they're born with fucking teeth. They have teeth that look like they're like mini sharks or something, but it's all fur. So those things look fucking terrifying.
I'm also going to tell you this too. Yes, of course, I saw or I knew of them or whatever in the Bay, but man, these coyotes down here are no fucking joke.
Well, especially where you live, yeah.
Like, and they're just like walking through, neighborhoods and shit. I'm like, oh, whose dog is? Oh, that's not a dog.
No, that's not a dog. Yeah.
Somebody didn't have a good day.
Yeah, when I lived in the Hayward Hills, like I mean, Blue knows this, but them coyotes will fuck some shit up every now and again, and you will hear it for a good portion of the night.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, Cronus, I've told you that time where I ran into like an albino coyote in front of your fucking house. That shit was fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Because it was not afraid of my car. It was like,
Are you sure it wasn't like your? Are you sure it wasn't like a spiritual guide trying to
Oh no, because it looked like it
Fucking
wanted
white
to
wolf.
charge my card.
You
Yeah,
might have
no,
became you might have became the Winter Soldier.
No, so I left that area.
I feel like
As soon as
Old Ninja was
I
probably
was
supposed to
gone.
die, and
Oh,
he was like, "Fuck
maybe.
that! You should have hit it."
Yeah, I was like, nope, I'm out. Now, hell no. I'm pretty sure hitting it would have just pissed it off. So
That's when you back up.
no, I'm on that 45-degree grade that you had. No, I went straight down. Fuck that. Not backing up. I'm out.
Yeah, I lived in like living in the Hayward Hills was very strange because we had the coyotes and then the fucking turkeys.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
The turkeys were like the weirdest thing because the first time I heard them, I was like, is there a person walking on my roof? Yeah, and it would happen like all the time. And yeah, they're just like big ass wild turkeys just like walking around like, they belong there, but I guess they did because, they're outside.
That's what it is.
That's wild shit.
With Buddhas to turkeys.
We didn't even talk about the Secret Service shit.
We did.
Yeah, you missed
You
it.
did.
You weren't here.
You didn't.
I missed it. All right, perfect. Moving on.
And
Go ahead.
we need to have you got to get Stitch on next week.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I was hoping he'd be on tonight, but
Yeah, me too.
that didn't happen. This weekend is Comic-Con. I don't know if is any of us
San
going?
Diego or
San Diego.
San
Yeah,
Diego.
the big one.
Yeah.
So Gion actually messaged me this morning asking me if I was going to go. Actually, a bunch of people asked me if I was going to go. Obviously, we don't have press passes this year, so both me and Prodigy are not going. Actually, none of us are going.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try to go on Saturday, like around the area to like hang out so my daughter can see like the thing. I should be not contagious with COVID on Friday. So I did like the whole mathematical equation thing. So
my recommendation is to take the trolley on over there.
Oh, I'll take. What are you talking about? The fucking trolley. I'm taking Uber, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Kilometer?
He's all what the fuck
It's
being there
fucking
with
trolley.
these peasants.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible.
You want me to take a rickshaw?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Did anybody see the Captain America Brave New World trailer? Because we didn't talk about it.
Yes, I
Yes.
did. Yes.
What are y'all thoughts on this?
I mean, honestly, this is okay. I feel kind of bad because I thought that it was going to be like a Disney Plus show, and they were like, "Oh, it's going to be a movie," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
I
It
will.
kind of had that vibe.
Yeah, I will say. I mean, I've loved Hulk for a fucking long time since I was a kid, and I don't necessarily like the whole aspect of Red Hulk being introduced in a non-Hulk movie. That seems weird, but and truth be told, I've never been this big. Oh my god, it's fucking Falcon. You know what I mean? Kind of. I'm just not a big Falcon guy, so
It's not Falcon. He's Captain America, bro. Get your shit.
I mean,
He's B Rabbit.
but both can be right.
yeah.
And so I understand like Prodigy's apprehension, but also like this is the unfortunate part about us getting older. We are not the demographic anymore for these movies. We're not.
Yep. I think with the shield and the wings and whatnot, he should, in theory, sell some toys and merch and T-shirts and all of that, which is the whole fucking point. I wish I hope for the best for him. I don't have anything against that actor or whatever per se, but
Clancy.
Clarence.
Clarence.
Yeah. Yeah. Clarence got some real good parents.
Yeah. You grew up in a nice neighborhood.
Dude, a lot of rappers have good upbringings I've been learning lately.
Mm-hmm.
Even the good ones.
But yeah, we'll see. I will say this: I did listen to all of you guys. I am catching up on the boys. I guess I was a whole fucking. I guess I didn't see season 3.
Oh shit! God damn.
I'm like midway through that, but I'm gonna fucking try to marathon through and get completely current.
I don't know. If I got slapped with a giant fucking dick, I'll have to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Or
Season 3 is
murder,
like a giant orgy. That's some wild shit, man.
Yeah, man. Great.
That's crazy. I didn't know you didn't finish season 3. Season 3 was crazy shit.
I don't know why. I don't know how the fuck I missed it too. You know, probably
I did.
Man.
much interspecies. You know.
I think that was another show where like it was I still actually I haven't even caught up. Lost in Space. Like I for some reason I missed a whole season, and you guys were talking about stuff. I was like, what the hell? Like that's not where it left off at.
Yeah,
like, I think last episode I saw was Homegirl reprogram the robot. Like that's the last thing I can remember.
Yeah, you missed out.
She got the kid to like follow her. Got the kid to tell the robot to listen to her.
Then you missed out. Yes, fucking Smith does some shit later on. There's some people that get found that
is that show still out? Or was it like
it's on Netflix? It's on Netflix.
No, I'm talking about it have it ended though.
It ended. It did end. It only had like 4 seasons. It's over.
It was still a good run.
I feel like
it was a good run because it literally ends like where they complete the series, where everything's like, you know, a finality.
They're not lost anymore.
Oh wait,
they're found.
Found in space.
Let me grab the wheel real quick. Did y'all see the motherfucking trailer for goddamn Alien? What is it,
Romulus? Yeah. It looked very like back to its roots, I will say.
Yeah, I got fucking hyped. It looks big budget sci-fi horror, which is truly what Alien is all about. Like, this shit looks like shit is bursting out of skulls, people getting face fucked properly, you know what I mean?
Face properly.
Choked
out.
Well,
that's like what happened.
Had sex.
People might think that he's being ridiculous, but no. The face fuckers literally face fuck you and impregnate you.
Yeah.
And they don't care what gender you are. You know,
any warm hole will do.
Yeah.
No.
They are busting that fucking nut all down your throat.
Inside, all down your throat.
Tech Nine was about that life.
Yeah, I can say this. I know someone who's seen the film already, and they really liked it. Yeah, they saw a sneak preview back in March.
Damn.
When some of the effects weren't even done, and they really liked the fucking movie. I was like, "What the fuck?" And they don't even like sci-fi. They don't like sci-fi at all, and they really enjoyed the film. I was like, "What the fuck?"
If this shit hits, I'm gonna be just really pleased. I got a good feeling about it. Obviously, trailers can be deceptive and all of that, but this shit looked like a fucking winner, and I'm down for it. I think it comes out next month.
Yeah, it is in August. It's like mid to late August.
Yeah, down now.
Borderlands is coming out too. Just saying.
Oh yeah, Borderlands is out in like 2 weeks, I think, or a week.
Wait! This is Borderlands 4 or something?
No, the movie.
Oh, the movie. That's right.
It comes out like in early August. Like it's like the 9th or something like that. Yeah.
Sure.
Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Kevin Hart, to be honest with you, especially as like playing Roland. That's like a very bad pick for Roland. But I'll watch it. This is what's weird to me. Is like Roland is not the funny guy.
No.
In the game. And that's why it's so odd to me to have Kevin Hart playing him. Like he's not the fucking funny guy.
Yeah, it's like play these video games. Like, what have we done?
Yeah, it's so weird. But the other characters though, they seemed more on point. Like having shit, what the fuck is her name? Is playing as Tannis.
Kate Blanchett.
Well, Kate Blanchett looks really good. As the Firehawk. Jamie Lee Curtis looks pretty good as Tannis.
Jack Black is Claptrap. I think that's a win. That's a win-win.
Yeah. What's weird to me is that like I was watching The Bear. I just finished up the last season today, like tonight before the podcast. I remember like watching her in The Bear and how much she like ratcheted up like my anxiety in like every fucking scene. And then I was realizing like what happened to Jamie Lee Curtis. And I was like, how old is she? So I looked it up. She's 65. Okay. Then I looked up. I was like, she seems like she's like way older than that. I was like, am I being like ridiculous? So I looked up like other actresses that are 65. Angela Bassett is 65. So look up Angela Bassett. Look up Jamie Lee Curtis. Give me your own thoughts. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and you know, genes, good diet, exercise. You know, some folks just
Age like milk.
age like fucking milk.
That's fucking
What?
terrible.
What? And I'm saying this like, because like back in the day when she was in what was that movie with True Lies?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
That was
yeah,
in the 90s.
bruh.
I mean, you should see her in Trading Places.
Yeah, but I mean Angela Bassett, she did a bunch of movies in the '90s too, and she still
Mhm.
looks.
Mhm.
Yeah,
She did
yeah,
Tina Turner, What Love Got to
man,
Do with It. She did
yeah.
Wait and Exhale.
You're right.
Yeah, movie with what Vampire in Brooklyn with Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy.
Fuck that
Oh,
movie.
bro.
This is
It's
Yeah.
terrible. Terrible movie.
That was great. What are you talking about? I love that movie.
Terrible fucking movie. Anyway, it
we
is
should,
what it is.
we should probably wrap it because it's getting a little late.
Yeah, I need some rest.
Yeah. All right. Old Ninja, what you got popping this week? God damn it.
Okay. I'm watching Star Trek Prodigy.
Wait,
Wait, you're
you're
watching
no
on Star
relation?
Trek, dude?
Prodigy's on Star Trek?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
No,
He
no
doesn't
relation.
even
Coming
like
up.
Star Trek.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what the
no
hell?
relation.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
that's what I
money
just
is
said.
money.
I just said no relation. And that's the thing. Money's money because it is not on fucking Paramount Plus. It's on Netflix. Because
Wow.
Paramount canceled the show. Netflix picked it up, and they finished 20 fucking episodes and didn't air it. But Netflix got them to add all 20 episodes. So I would go. I had a deep dive prepared, but we're getting late. This weekend is Deadpool and Wolverine
Oh, yeah.
starting literally tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it sometime this weekend, probably on Monday. I'm going to do my best to avoid spoilers, but probably not gonna happen. But I'm gonna see it this weekend. Probably gonna go with my cousin. Playing more first food. Um, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is now on Game Pass.
Oh, shit.
Started today. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of new people. Their new season also started today. There's gonna be a lot more people fucking playing the game because it's basically free if you have Game Pass. I mean, it's not really free because you're paying for Game Pass, but still, you get the point. I'm gonna try to do my best to kind of stay hydrated and whatnot because it's been hot as fuck up here. It's been in the 90s. It's supposed to cool off the next 2 days, but apparently it's supposed to heat up again. But yeah, I'm gonna do what I
You can,
can.
I'm just saying you can move down here.
Yeah.
It's much cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Deadpool, Wolverine, Star Trek Prodigy, and some first videos. That's it.
Can I say that it doesn't make sense that it's cooler here?
I know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
It's so
it sure
fucking
Yeah,
does.
weird.
you guys are like closer to the equator, which is
Yeah, but we're also close to the ocean. But you know, it's just
So are we. We're
no, we're much closer than you are.
Mm.
You're,
I
you're
mean,
closer.
we-
You're closer to the bay, maybe.
Oh, I mean, I am close
But-
to the bay. I'm close to both because I work in the peninsula, which is close to the ocean. So
no,
but-
yeah. I think
no,
you guys are like minutes from the beach.
yeah.
we gotta
So
like
like,
drive like
when I drive home
30
from like
minutes.
jujitsu, I can see the ocean.
Yep.
So it's like right fucking there. And if I just
Yeah,
keep
'cause
if I keep driving past my house, I can drive straight to the beach in like
I thought
10 minutes.
if you keep driving past your house, you're in Mexico.
No,
That's
that's the other
Tijuana.
way. That's that's the
Oh.
other way. I'm
That's
literally
make that right on
I'm 7
Albuquerque.
miles from Mexico. I'm sorry, Mexico.
There you go.
Oh,
That
shit.
can mark over the vowel
Yeah.
syllables. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Put the
You
tahini
say
on it.
gracias like we say gracias.
Mm.
All right, Blue, what you got popping?
Tomorrow at work, I'm hosting a happy hour for my team. Basically, they gave me money. It's like, hey, Danny, plan out this event. So
You're like, let's
yeah,
get
so-
drunk.
Yeah. Well, no, the sad thing, nobody on my team drinks. Like last time
Wait,
we
hold
did
on. I'm sorry,
happy
sir.
hour,
Nobody on your team drinks?
nobody on my team. I mean, they drink, but like nobody's like hardcore drinking. Like I had like probably like 2 beers before like the party had started.
Blue.
I like how this is very telling of you, sir.
Yeah, Blue. Be real fucking careful.
Yeah.
Like, don't be like your wedding.
Oh.
Like,
Drunk Blue comes out. Drunk Blue goes home unemployed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We flip
I did
over a
need stuff on
table.
early.
Oh shit, that's Zuckerberg.
Hey, there
My
are
bad.
tables in our like micro kitchen, so I
alright.
could
Yeah.
do
You
that.
should have no
But no,
tables.
Oh,
No.
no strippers either. That's
I'm
bad
not.
mom.
I'm not with friends to show off. Like these people are still kind of strangers to me. Anyway, so yeah, I got the happy hour party happening tomorrow. I'm all caught up on the boys. Like holy shit! Like, but the season left me kind of just whelmed for the season finale.
You
But
said
it's
you said
still
underwhelmed earlier. It's okay
yeah,
to be underwhelmed. I loved it though.
it was underwhelming. But this weekend, I'm taking little Bash to. So there's like little micro zoos, like all around the Bay Area that I'm discovering. Like even here in Hayward, there's one that's like right around the corner from me on D Street.
Like near the Japanese gardens.
No, it's not on A Street, but it's on D Street. Like it's a wildlife like recovery thing, but it's like a micro zoo. Like they have like owls and vultures and shit there.
When did these motherfuckers become micro zoos and stop being petting zoos?
Well, no, you can't pet these animals. Like they're still in cages and stuff. Like they're just small zoos. They're not like big. There's not like a fucking lion there or a tiger or some like an elephant or something there. But there's like the smaller creatures like like
Awesome.
Hedgehogs.
like a possum, like like a hedgehog, and like little things like lizards and
They're
different
super
kind of
fast.
reptiles,
They're
and stuff
blue.
like that.
You know.
Yeah,
A gerbil
but
on Twink's ass.
yeah, but no, there's one in Palo Alto. There's a zoo there, and there's also one in Burlingame, and so I'll probably check out the one in Burlingame this weekend with my son because it's like I don't know, like it's right around the corner from my work, and I drive by it all the time, so I'm gonna go check that out with him. But yeah, other than that, just trying to figure out like the Sweetness and I are working on our budget, and like it's crazy when you look and see where your money's going instead of just spending it.
Yeah. All right.
Real. All right.
Also, hopefully I can play with you guys on this
The first food.
First food. Good shit. Cronus, what you got?
Well, I've got being lonely for a while. I haven't touched another.
What's that Akon song?
Oh, Mr. Lonely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't touched another person in over a week. This is very strange.
Damn.
Like, first time in my life, maybe ever for like a week, not touching a person of like any kind of any kind. So it's weird. I had some fallout. No, I'm not gonna talk about it. Not gonna do that.
Damn. Okay.
But things could be better in my life right now. My eye is better, which is good. Oh, I guess let me just say that. So last week, I had a cornea abrasion. Did I talk about that early on the podcast?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did? Okay. That's why I get
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why I got COVID. So that's why I can't fucking see anybody. So yeah, hopefully I think on Friday I should be cleared to like not be contagious, so I'll get out there again. And I know this weekend is Comic-Con. So Gian reached out to me earlier. I know I want to see Victor, Victor's wife, a bunch of other people that are here. Eddie, who I do jiu-jitsu with, I know he's going to Comic-Con. I want to be able to see them at least on Saturday to like hang out and like see how they're doing and just like enjoy Comic-Con outside of Comic-Con. So if you are in the area of San Diego and you've never been to Comic-Con, right now is the best time to go because you don't have to go into the actual convention hall to like enjoy Comic-Con. Because honestly, the convention hall
fucking packed.
It is packed. It takes like it carries like a lot of like what are you willing to deal with?
Yeah.
Like how much nerdity, how much fucking odor, how much of your personal space you're willing to give away during these times. But now in more recent years, if you just go anywhere near fucking the Gaslamp District, you can still enjoy Comic-Con. It's still going to be relatively packed. You're going to see cosplayers everywhere. Shit, we saw fucking celebrities, me and Prodigy, walking on the goddamn
Shit,
street.
we saw celebrities.
We
just
knew
fucking-
we saw celebrities everywhere. That's how
Yeah.
I met Ron Jeremy. He was
Yeah.
sitting at one of the Hard Rock restaurants.
You could have picked
But-
somebody else to say you saw because he's a convicted rapist, but whatever.
Yeah.
I bet he was there though. Oh, we got to meet the cast of like numerous TV shows.
That's
Just
better. Okay.
running about. Oh, so Prodigy met. I was with Prodigy, and he met the cast of the IT crowd. Was it the IT crowd?
Oh, the British show.
Yeah, something.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just sitting out nowhere. They had no crowd, no security, no nothing. They're just sitting there.
If I would have been
playing
there,
with the
I
bot.
used to watch the show a lot.
Yeah, I had no idea who the fuck they were.
So yeah,
It was
just
great.
like if you're in the area, go to downtown San Diego, and hang out.
Yep.
If anything, you might see me. Not that I'm some big celebrity, but you might see me. And I'll be having food and like walking around, doing whatever, because it's still a lot of fucking fun. I think this is gonna be a very interesting year for Comic-Con because last year was the year when there was like all the strikes, and so I think that Comic-Con got back to like its core, which was great because Artist Alley was popping. A lot of new comic companies were popping because people were actually going to their booths. And then this year, obviously, Hollywood is back, so I want to see like what the difference is going to be.
Yep.
So
yeah, you know what? I forgot. I should have mentioned this. Our story when we ran into Orlando Jones and he showed up with the fucking band out of
yes,
nowhere.
that's what I was talking about when we're walking around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can get down to the area, do it. If not, I mean, do it next year. Like, it's definitely worth it if you're a fucking nerd. If you listen to this podcast, you would dig it. Trust me. Just get down to downtown San Diego.
And maybe you can take the trolley there.
Or an Uber, you fucking rubes.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Take an Uber. You don't have to take an Uber. I'm just saying.
That's true.
So yeah, other than that, I'm gonna be. I don't want to say all that shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Good fucking shit. I'm gonna catch up on some goddamn boys. Still playing First Food, of course. Just trying to fucking make it, goddamn, and I'm really excited about this Alien Romulus. So, kids are back in school. At least my kids and Kronos' daughter.
First day of school was today. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm really excited about that, and just some good old fashioned family time, man. I need to clean up my fucking house and my yard and shit. So nothing exciting. Y'all take us out, old ninja.
All right. You just experienced Black and Black Times Infinity.
Infinity.
The dankest podcast on the internet. Check us out anywhere and everywhere with BthanBTI. That's BthanBTI. Anywhere you consume your podcasts, anywhere you listen to your podcasts, anywhere and everywhere. I don't think we're not on any streaming platform.
If
Just
there
know
is
that,
one, let us know. Email if we're
yeah.
a platform that you listen to or watch. Like, let us know if we're not on there, and then we'll get on there because that's easy to do.
you can email us at BthanBTI@gmail.com to let us know.
Yeah.
There you go. We also go live every Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific-ish time
Specific.
on YouTube. You can see us on YouTube and Twitch because we're simulcasting now. So either way, which one you prefer, you can watch us live at those times. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, our official website, binheadproductions.com/BthanBTI. There you go.
All right.
That's it.
This podcast will be edited tomorrow
Good shit, man. I guess
because I'm tired. Yeah.
me
That's
too.
all good.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right.